Hi, I'm Noah Andriessen with Great Lakes Grain, and we were out on the Great Lakes Grain Crop Assessment Tour. It's the final day, day 10. We've seen lots of great crops so far this year, and we're excited to keep going on the last day, just hammer out the last couple here. I'm with Amanda, Josh, and Jim here in Beeton. And this year we've added more of a technological aspect to be more innovative and more accurate. Josh, can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, this year for the Great Lakes Grain Tour, we're doing our yield counts a bit of a different new approach. We have been collecting satellite imagery, more specifically NDVI imagery, over the past couple weeks to create management zones, which essentially clusters areas of corn that are more similar based on their biomass. And then from there we'll do a targeted yield sample as opposed to random sampling. And then from there we could build a weighted yield estimate as opposed to just the standard mean, to see if this in turn does create a more accurate estimate.
That's really interesting. Thanks a lot, Josh. Brings a lot to the table. And Jim, could you tell me a little bit about what you've seen?
We've seen some fantastic yields throughout the area. I've been in areas all the way from Elmville to Mitchell, as far as Owen Sound, down around Grand Valley, Dufferin County, down to Brampton. We're seeing some 200 bushel corn. We're also seeing 50 to 60 bushel soybeans. A lot of potential. The farmers have done a great job in their marketing this year, and they've done a great job with their fields, getting the things done at the proper time, and I think it's going to pay off here.
That's a great point, Jim. And Amanda, it's great to have you out here today. Could you tell us a little bit about what you've seen so far?
Yeah, this is my first year doing the crop tour. I normally applicate the field, so it's nice to get a chance to come back in and see some of the fields. The fields we saw today, we actually saw some western bean cutworms, so that's a first for me. Especially it's a little bit farther north than usual, so it's nice to be able to see that.
Absolutely, that's really interesting. And do you have a marketing piece for us today, Jim?
Well, it's been a rough week with the markets, especially with Hurricane Ida taking out the ports down in Louisiana. The ports may be down for quite some time, so that has played a huge factor with prices this week. We are seeing a bounce back here this morning. Hope it can continue, and maybe things will come back like they were a week or so ago.
Thanks, Jim. And we encourage you to continue to follow us along. It may be the last day, but there's lots of interesting stuff out there that we may continue to post on the Great Lakes Grain pages. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And we will post the yield assessment tour results on September 7th at 3 p.m. So stay tuned. I'd like to thank our sponsor, DeKalb, for working with us and sponsoring this tour. It means a lot. This is the 12th tour. It's been a long ride, and we're happy to have them along with us. They've helped us out a lot along the way.